Welcome to the introduction to cPanel, the most popular web hosting control panel in the universe. Okay, maybe not the universe, but I like it a lot, mainly because of the GUI interface. And heck, even that sounds tasty. However, this GUI is GUI and means graphical user interface, and not something like a jelly-filled donut. Donuts. If you need to know all the techie details of cPanel that the average person will never need to know, then you can head on over to the Wikipedia page on cPanel and fill your head with all that nerdy goodness. And you can find that at wikipedia.org. It'll default over to the en dot, or you can just type that in as well. And then /wiki/cPanel. And that'll bring you to this page here, which you can load up on all these goodies here related to cPanel. So while Poindexter is over at the Wikipedia page, the rest of us are going to head over to a couple of my different web hosting accounts so I can show you what cPanel looks like. Now, I'm going to assume that you have a web hosting account that offers cPanel and not a control panel like Plesk or some other customized control panel. And you can get to your cPanel control panel a couple of different ways. The most popular and probably the easiest is to go to your browser and type in your domain name, then put in a / and type in the word cPanel. That's cPanel. And then hit your return key. Now, since I've been playing around with this, I'm already logged in. In most cases, though, you will get a login panel where it's going to ask for your username and password. Here, let me show you. Just like this. And you just put in your username and your password that you get from your web hosting company, and then you'll be logged in. Now, another way that you can do this is put in your domain name, then a colon, and then either 2082 or 2083. 2082 is going to log you in a non-secured connection. 2083 will log you in a secured connection. Let's demonstrate the non-secured first. You're going to end up in either case in the same location. It's going to look the same. You're going to have the same functionality. Only one of them is going to be non-secured. The other one's going to be secured. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This one is what it's going to look like when it's secured. You're going to get the little HTTPS here, and you'll get the little padlock looking thing there, and you're going to have the 2083. Let's log out of here. This is the non-secured 2082. Log out of here and put in 2083. And there you go. And you can see also the other difference is instead of you having your domain name in the browser bar up here, it shows the server that secure connection is on. So now you know a few different ways in which you can log in. Just your domain name / the word cPanel, or your domain name colon 2083 for a secure connection, or your domain name colon 2082 for a non-secure connection. Again, any of those three will end you up in the same location with the same features, same functionality on your control panel. Now that we're logged in, and again, whether you're in secure mode or not, I want to give you a quick walkthrough. Now, not all cPanel home pages will look the same. See, these different applications here are not all part of cPanel. They are a third-party application that some web hosting companies will have installed and some web hosting companies will not. For example, this one here, this particular web hosting company has down here under software and services has only Fantastico Deluxe, whereas this one here down under the software and services has a few other bells and whistles. So again, it just depends on your web hosting company. And by all means, feel free to contact your web hosting company and ask them if they have plans or if they will go ahead and check into getting some of these additional third-party applications. Hey, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no, right? But the main thing, though, is the similarities. And that is you're going to have a couple of columns here. One is going to contain all the panels with all the applications, and the other is going to give you some information about your setup. For example, this one here is going to give you a find function, which you can just type in stuff here, but really there's not that much here to just go poking around and finding it. But you do have that option here. And if you frequent certain applications more than others, then they're going to be showing up here for quick access. Then you've got the stats, and that holds true on both of these. You've got the frequently accessed areas, you've got the various panels here on the right, and you've got your stats. And you can expand or collapse this section of those stats. Likewise over here, you can expand or collapse those. Now these stats over here can be of some use, especially if you have a web hosting account that's somewhat limited in that they only allow you so much bandwidth per month, or they only allow you so much disk space usage per month. If this gets from green to yellow or even into red, then that's going to tell you beforehand, as long as you're paying attention to it anyway, that you need to throttle back something. You got to delete some files, or you need to adjust your bandwidth, which sometimes can be some applications in here that are just going wild, and you might want to contact your web hosting company and see if they can tell you which ones you need to adjust before they contact you and say, we're kicking you out. So that can be rather important to pay attention to these stats over here from time to time. And that's a bit of a rundown on the introduction to our cPanel control panel. That's going to bring us to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and you have a great day.